Yeah. So what was the month of May at Indianapolis like in '89 when you finished in the top 10 at Indy?
Well, it was quite different from what it is nowadays. In those days, we had many different engines. I have to say there was one engine. There was the Chevy engine. There was maybe 5 teams that had it: Penske, Ford, Gallus. There were like 5 teams and all that. They had the engines, and if you didn't have that engine, you didn't have an opportunity to win. You could be there, but the chances to the win we were like, at least like a second slower just because of the defense and all that on the throttle. The lack on the boost was huge. I had all engines. Someone was making my engines in Riverside, California, in his house. Was a Cosworth, and there was Alfa Romeo. There was some other engines, but nobody competitive other than the Chevys. So we were there, to try to make it the best you could and all that, and try to get a Chevy engine, because that was the whole purpose of being there, or at least for us. And we didn't have the opportunity or the chance to get it. I was happy enough, my first race ever was I think it was in Miami, and I finished sixth. And I was like, wow, this is easy. Like I have a future in here. But there was big accidents and whatever. Then we went to Laguna Seca. That was 88, because I was only allowed to do 2 races, for me not to lose the rookie chance for the following year. So then I got to 89, and I got to be 9 in the Indy 500. That was the year where Fittipaldi and Alonso crashed in front of me, by the way, because they passed me, getting into 3. Each one passed me on one side, and they got into the car and all that, and they crashed just in front of me. I was like, wow. But
so you witnessed the crash with Fittipaldi and Unser?
Absolutely, yeah, alive, in front of me. If you have the chance to see the race and that crash and all that, maybe 10 seconds before, you can see them each one passing. I think it was Fittipaldi on the left and Al on the right. They went into 3, and I'm behind them and all that, and they hit each other, and Al hit the wall, and Fittipaldi ended up winning the race.
Yeah, and didn't Unser afterwards give him a thumbs up on the track?
It was pretty amazing, because you always admire Alonso Jr. and Fittipaldi too, by the way, because he was fairly competitive, and he tried, both tried the best they could, and only one got out, and that's why Al came out and put his thumb into Fittipaldi, saying, "Hey, you beat me." That's the way it is.
Definitely. And did it feel good to finish in the top 10?
Yeah, absolutely. There is no doubt. I did that race, mentally, to say I'm going to finish no matter what. I'm going to let anybody that wants to pass me. I'm going to not risk anything. I'm just going to go to finish the race. And that's what I did. I think I could have finished 7 or 6, I think, if I remember correctly. Well, Davy Jones in front of me, and someone else looked to Hemerat or something like that. That we were together, and we got competitive. And I said, I'm not going to risk not to finish. I'm just going to finish the race, and that's what I did. And then we got to 90. I crashed 91 with Foyt and all that. I was doing really well, and I just lost the main shaft and all that, being 4th. But that's the way it's Indy.
Yeah. What was your reaction that year when Rick Mears won his 4th?
Rick Mears has been, he was one of the most amazing guys. It's proven, he won 4 times and all that. Amazing, mentally, and combination between Roger Penske and him was almost the perfect situation. Obviously, Roger Penske had proven it through many years. Every time he has a driver that he controls the situation and he puts it, and they end up on winning most of the times. So he had, like before he was McDonough. McDonough sadly lost his life, and he took Rick Mears in his wing, and he made it one of the best drivers ever.
Yeah, and he also had Tom Sneva, I think, as well.
Yeah, a few years. I think only for the 500. I don't think he raced for him for the whole championship. But he won a few races with him too.
Yeah.